Hello, so today I'm going to give you a digital tour ahead of your hire in the lovely Journey. So Journey is an Auto Trail Expedition 68. She is 6.4 meters long, 2.3 wide and 3.2 tall. She's a camper van, it's a little bit different from a motorhome, and she works off a standard Fiat key, and I will demonstrate some alarm features in a separate video. Inside is a very familiar situation to your vehicle. So on the steering wheel, you've got some controls for your phone this side and for the screen computer and there. On this side, you've got your speed limiter and your cruise control. Behind you have volume on this side and skip track on this side. On this side, on the left, you've got your lights and your high beam and your indicators. And on the right, you have got your windscreen wash pulled towards you and the different speeds for your front wipers. Then in the center, I'm not going to focus on the heating system. It's an old analog kind of style with the turn nozzles. So that's all you need to know about that. And then in the center, we do have a Pioneer screen, which is Android and Apple CarPlay enabled. So that means you can get your maps and everything on there, your music, and you're good to go. The only other thing in the front that is slightly different, it's got your cab blinds just here. So you pull them to come upwards and they will go all the way up. And then at night time, it will be nice and dark in the front. And then you do have the matching ones on the doors. You pull that all the way up and secure it in place. You've got your wing mirror controls here and your windows. And then obviously on the outside, you've got your wing mirror, an indicator on these vehicles. If you're going to hit your wing mirrors, do stop so you don't damage the vehicle. And just remember, when you're driving, do take your time. Always watch your rear back corners, depending on which way you're turning. Okay, so along the side of the vehicle, you do have marker lights for a little bit of visibility in the dark. You do have your vehicle hookup here. So when you're on a campsite, the side of the hookup cable will have the flap and the flap goes inside, and then you've got your blue release here. A little bit further back, you've got your drainers. So your grey water, if you would like to release, that's your shower, and your sink water, you just turn that and it will come out. And you have your fresh water. If there's any reason you want to travel, maybe to be a little bit lighter, a bit more fuel efficient, you can turn that and that will drop your fresh water tank. Obviously, if you don't want it completely emptying, keep an eye on the screen on the inside and then you can get down to a certain percentage. You've got your toilet in here. So this works off this key. You do need to use both thumbs and press and open. I will do a separate video on toilet operation. So just showing you that that is the key that it uses. And always remember to lock everything up. Cassettes are roughly about £140. If somebody's is broken, they will steal yours. So always make sure that is closed. Then just coming around the back of the vehicle here, she is brand new at the moment and she doesn't have the bike rack fitted. There will be a bike rack fitted to this door for 2 bikes and then you can store 2 on the inside. So on this side, we do have additional water tank, which is meant to be for cleaning bikes, I think. However, we are asking you that this is a freshwater reservoir. So we do have a pump arriving from Amazon, which will be kept just down here. So then you can drop that in. It is 12-volt controlled, so you'll plug that in the front of the vehicle and then you can siphon the water out and pop it in the freshwater thing on the side. You've got your hose, so this goes into the side of the vehicle when you're at a campsite, and then we've got the quick release thing as an extra, or if it's already on site, you've got that. Just please always make sure you get that back for the next person that takes the vehicle once it comes back. And here is your hookup cable, and this is the side that I said goes into the vehicle. The side without it goes into the campsite. Okay, so on this side of the vehicle, you have got the gas chamber. You've got 2 bottles in here. They will be connected at the moment. It's brand new, so it's not connected, but it will come down and it will go in there just like a gas barbecue at home. When you want to turn the gas on, it is full, you turn it anti-clockwise and it will come on, and obviously it'll be connected, so it'll just go straight into the vehicle. To turn it off before you drive, turn it clockwise and then it will be off. But I said at the moment it's brand new and we haven't had our gas safety check gentleman come out to do it. So that's on this side, and then you have got your toilet solution stored in the front there. And just make sure before you travel, this is secured neatly and closed tight, otherwise it will fall. And if you have anything stored in the back here, because it is a rather large garage, then your things will potentially get damaged if that falls onto it. So on this side of the vehicle, there isn't very much to point out. You've got your fresh water tank, which uses the same key. So again, it's just like a petrol cap, really. You turn it, open it, pop your hose in there. It does have a blue and a fresh water symbol there. It is currently full, but this vehicle does have an overflow, so don't worry about overfilling it because you will hear it dropping out underneath in two different places. And then just along here, you have got your diesel. It does say in capital letters diesel. You do need the Fiat key to open that, and then you have got your AdBlue. So the vehicle will always come to you full of fuel and full of AdBlue. We ask you to return full of both. There are petrol stations just around the corner. Please don't fill 40 miles away down in Malmesbury or Lee Delamere. Fill around the corner so that it is actually full for the people after you. The AdBlue, we will ask if you are going to do it yourself, or we can fill it for you. We'll just take it off the damage deposit, because we did realise that past year we spent £4,000 on AdBlue, which obviously is a running cost for the customer. So comes full of both, please return full of both. Okay, so inside the camper van, it is a little bit more snug because it is a camper van. But obviously this is a really roomy, nice vehicle. So I'm going to turn on the unit here. I'm going to get the lights on and the water pump. There is a separate video for this system, which will be in the email for you to quick reference rather than it being part of this video. So first thing you can notice, you've got seating here. The front seats are obviously turned around where my lovely camera person is filming, and this table does come up. So when you are at a nice place to stop, you can all sit around and have a nice maybe meal or play cards or whatever around there. Come into your kitchen section, you've got your hob and your sink in there. And the hob is obviously gas, as is the oven. So then if you were wild camping, you can still work things. And then in the cupboards, you have all of the stock, the glasses and things like that. In the cupboards, you've got your pots, your pans, your cutlery, crockery, all of that. And then you've got your fridge here, which is a new solar kind of fridge, which again, there is a separate video how to use that. You've got some drawers down here for storage. You've got shelves in here for storage just before the bed and on the opposite side. The shelves in this one can be dropped down, and then you have hanging space. You've got your lovely king size bed in the back here, where you can see we provide you with bedding, microfiber towels and the pillows. There are two storage cupboards above, and of course we've seen in the garage already, and there is a hatch to go through there if you wanted to access. Then we have our shower room. So in there it is a wet room situation. So you have got your sink and your toilet, and the tap comes out and you pop it on the wall to shower. And then I am going to swap locations in here and show you the bed in the pop-up. Okay, so the ladder is stowed here and it is secured by this bar, which does have rubber on one side. So I'm going to lift it ever so slightly and lift the bar down. You can see the rubber on the back side of it. So that is the side that needs to be upwards when you're traveling so it doesn't wrestle and annoy you no end. Then you need to unsecure this strap. Make sure you keep that strap safe. Pop it back on there when it's not in use. And then the ladder will fold down. There we go. And of course it's hooked on, it can come off and you can stow it in the back if you prefer. So now we have got, this is to help you pull it down in the end, so this will go up out of the way. You're going to unsecure these seat belts first of all. Those are just extras in case the main ones give way. So on each side you can see it says press. I'm going to press them with my thumbs and I'm going to push ever so slightly and it will go up on its own. There you go. So it's a little bit of a windy day out there as we are filming. So that is all you need to do to then have your bed up there ready to go. The bedding is hidden under this chair here for the bed up there. So you've again got a double, 2 pillows, 2 microfiber towels. To get this down, you need a little bit of energy, and I'm a little bit chunky at the moment, so I can hang on it and get it down no problem. So if we just look up there really quickly, there are 2 tabs either side which are red. So when you pull them down, pull it down a certain way first, sort of halfway, and make sure they are pulled in because you can jam that tent-like fabric in there and it will tear. So I'm just going to be filmed and showing you how to do it, get all my strength. So I'm going to pull down on this and I'm going to pull it halfway, and we can see unfortunately they've gone out. So now I'm going to pull this tent-like material and grab that red tab, do the same on this side up here, and I've got everything inside so it's not going to get jammed. So I'm going to pull it down a bit more and then once I'm more or less, it's not pulling up anymore. So I'm just going to push them out of the way of those secure seat belts so they don't go through it. And then I'm going to pull it down and it's clicked twice into place. So then I'm just going to push this excess up there. And then I'm going to do our secondary buckles up just in case those are the ones give way. Just to secure it. And then I'm going to do the same reverse of my ladder. So I'm going to fold, get the legs in, and then I am going to pop that there. Just hold it while you're doing this part and just make sure that you get this around the two closest to you. So then it doesn't come and fall. There we go. And then I'm going to get my bar and I'm going to just rotate that upwards and I'm going to push all of this in with it. And then I am going to put my bar in either side and then all of that sits up there and it is nice and secure. So that is your digital walk around of Journey. So hopefully that will assist you before you come to us on the day. Do remember, we will demonstrate anything in person you're unsure of. These videos are of course live on YouTube. You can watch them anytime when you're out or download them. But ultimately, if you're stuck, please don't just sit there wondering and having a bad time. Pick up the phone, give us a call. If it's out of hours, do WhatsApp us. And that number is on your rental agreement handover email.